Activate the camera, that's a bit better. How are we doing? Phil Kent here. I'm just going to do my own OLSP 50-day challenge. Then you know what I did? I started a 50-day challenge quite a while ago now. Because we are on, let me try and think, remember, we are on day 43, can you believe? So just a week away now, 7 more days, and I'll have hit day 50, not missed a live yet. That's the good thing about doing challenges. It gives you that a sense of accountability, it gives you that sense of consistency and all the other good things, and it also does help with what's known as the Facebook algorithm, because that's a constant battle that's always changing, as you may well know. So I'm just bringing the phone into play in case you wonder what I'm doing. Yeah, that keeps me an eye on other things. I can see viewers on the phone, and there is a slight delay with the program that I'm using to stream the lives, about 30 seconds or so. So I use both to keep in touch. So I hope everyone's doing well. We had a good one yesterday. If you missed the live yesterday, you should go check it out from your timeline. It was really good. We had Ilse come on, and she brought Matty from OLSP on, who's just made a massive leap to go at VIP in the program, which is really huge. And he gave a great story, he gave a great reason, a great why, and the reason that he decided to invest in this program. And it ticks the boxes with so many things. And this is what he keeps saying to people. There's people still out there. When you see your timeline, you see these people that are in one program and a month later in another one, they're still jumping around, chasing these shiny objects, going from program to program, trying to find one that works. You know, it's a never-ending thing. We've all been guilty of it in the past, but, you know, when you're looking around for a program, you just look out for the serious, proper programs that you want to be settling down in and doing it from a long-term income point of view. You got to think long distance. People just try and get on the quick result too fast, and the magic button objects and all the rest of it. They're just not out there, guys. I mean, they don't work. That's why you're jumping from thing to thing, because you're realizing, that one didn't work. But the only ones that will make any money in those sort of programs are the big hitters at the top, those with the huge followings, the huge email lists, preying on people like those that go out there and jump around from object to from program to program. They're the ones that make the money from. You know, there's nothing reason they do it. There's one doing the rounds now, you know, and if you look in who's involved in that, you've got a lot of the sort of big name marketers are involved in that. Are they going to stick with that? Are they seriously going to stay on that program and, you know, work at it and build it to a long-term income? Of course they're not. They're going to be there until it starts to sort of fizzle out and dry up, and they'll move on to the next one. And the only ones that are left in the wake are the likes of the people jumping around. So you need to get serious about what you want to do and what you want to create. And the only way to do that is to create a lifestyle with a program that has stability, that's got a good ownership, that's got a great community, and all the rest of it. And if you're like I said, if you were listening to the live yesterday, you'd have heard the things that Matty was saying on here, and you heard things that myself and Ilse were saying. We've had quite a few different guests on here. None of us are directly connected with anybody else, but it's a helping community. And as long as you've got this program that works, obviously, that people are actively earning with and in the program, and there's evidence of that all the time in the Facebook groups. You know, you can see that you've got different ways to earn. It's not going to break the bank. You know, you're not going to be tricked into coming in through a front door low entry of $7 and then hidden away just 14 days down the line. You've got this $2,500 blueprint that you need to buy. There's none of that. You know, at the end of the day, it's a building process, and you've got everything that you need here with this program. So, you know, people should be looking at and getting involved. And, you know, the program works if you work the program. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. And, you know, why do you think there's so many good people in this program? Why do you think people have stuck around in the program? Because it offers that longevity, it offers that stability and everything else that you need, and a good ownership. So enough sort of banging on about the program. Just message me if you want to find out more about it. So today's subject I was going to touch on, I was going to do a little bit yesterday, but we got completely sidetracked because I didn't know Matty was coming on with Ilse. So we did a completely different one that was originally going to be done, which was going to be, I was going to do some sort of animated banners with Canva and things like that. And it sort of led to today's post as well, which, you know, is around, I entitled it Standing Out from the Crowd. And because obviously when you're in this industry, when you're in this, you know, marketplace, if you like, in this industry of affiliate marketing, what to do, and any sort of online marketing, you know, it's a very, very competitive industry that we are in, you know, and there's lots of people sort of fighting to get seen, fighting to get their program seen or whatever. And so one of the easiest ways to do that, first of all, you've got to be looking at branding yourself. Don't brand the program, don't brand the product, because all you're doing is giving the company or the owners or the products some free advertising. It should be about branding yourself. Try and get on camera, try and get out there, putting out regular content, that consistent daily plan of action that we always talk about, things like that, you know, and, you know, to be different. And now what that about is that, you know, I've been working with one of my team members, Carl, and, you know, I've been doing some work with him and for him, and teaching him quite a bit about standing out, especially when if you're advertising somewhere, because most programs that you join will obviously give you their marketing material. They'll give you access to banners and text ads and all the rest of it. Okay, which is all great, because some programs don't do it. They don't give you enough. Then you got to sort of try and figure out about making your own, which is something you can do quite easily. But even if they're supplying you with the ones that that are from the program, try and make them different in some way if you can. Okay, that's what I was sort of leading on to. And, you know, so you can use that. Say, for example, there's quite a few banners inside of the OLSP system. We've got quite a high, good range of banners, different sizes, etc. But there's no animated ones in there. So the ones that move or catch your attention. So it's quite easy to combine the banners and turn them into an animated one, and you can do that with the likes of Canva very, very easily. So what I might do in a minute, I'll just show you how to do a quick one. Then you can even go about making your own ones and things like that as well. That's sort of for another video, maybe a tutorial video. But you can just put that little bit extra time in, and because animated ones will always catch more attention than just a static one, okay? Because they're moving, the pictures are moving and things like that. So what I'll do, I'm just going to shoot over to Canva while I'm talking to you, and I'm going to get the page ready first before I sort of jump in, and I will show you what I'm talking about. So let's just so I mean, if you haven't got Canva, it's completely free. You know, it's easy to use, and it just makes things so much easier. So one second, because I'm gonna try and call up a page that's in there and sort of show you what I'm talking about, rather than me do that all on the screen. And it's so it's so useful for so many different things. I mean, the ones that I make, and the ones that I make, just actually I'll go back, guys. One second, just bear with me, because I'm just trying to get I'm trying to get a what's the word, template. Trying to get a template ready for, instead of me just doing all that on the screen, and sort of, then you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Because I've got this program running, it's running extremely slow. If that's the case, I might not even be able to show you. So I'm going to sort of jump back in a minute and get these pages to load, because I'm obviously looking at the pages while I'm talking to you, and if it doesn't let me do what I want it to do, then it's a complete waste of time. Because obviously I'm running the software while I'm talking to you, and that does affect things on Canva, because Canva it's quite what's the word, takes up quite a lot of resources on the computer, and because this is obviously being recorded as well, then it does play up a little bit. So I'm trying to get to load a custom thing, and it's really not doing it. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do it or not today, guys, because this is really running really running slow. Let me try and just bear this with me 1 minute, guys. I'm doing this off camera because it does play up. So that's why I'm sort of not showing what it's doing. So we might be getting somewhere now, so I might be able to jump back and get on the camera. So sorry about that. So let's just jump over there. I'm going to share my screen to make sure it's loaded. It's really running slow today, so I don't know if it's going to work well. I'll just give you a sort of idea of what it does. So let's sort of go over there, and let's go back to my screen. Let's share my screen. Let's go over here. Got the entire screen bomb, and we should see. I'm watching it on the phone as well. A little here, I said like this program is sort of clashing a little bit with Canva. As you can see, it's taking quite a while just to sort of kick in. But I'm watching it on the phone, and it's streaming to sort of 3 platforms at once, and it's recording the session as well. It does sort of drain some of the resources. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump over to Canva. So I'm inside camera here. I'm looking at it on the phone. It's going really slowly on the phone as well. What I've done, I've gone into Canva. I've created a blank canvas of 468 by 60, which is a typical banner size, yeah, inside of any program that you get. And over on the left here, I've already uploaded some banners that are inside of OLSP, and they are the set size of 468 by 60. So you could quite easily go into your program of choice or into OLSP. You could use one of these banners, get the image URL for it, attach it to your link, and sort of throw it out. But as you can see, there's some different color ones here. I did about sort of 10, 12 quickly. So we could either mix them up. We could do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort of throw one in, and then I'm going to duplicate the page here. So we're going to go duplicate that, and what I'll do, I'll get rid of this one here, and we'll duplicate this one, and duplicate this one, and duplicate this one, something like this. Okay, I'm going to get, we've got 5 seconds up there. I'm clicking that, so I'm going to turn that to about 3 seconds there, and we'll apply that to all the pages. So it's going to give the template here. Okay, and then I'm going to bring another one in. So we've got all the tools you need. Put this one here now. We've got that one. Okay, what I'm doing is bringing banners over onto these templates here really quickly. We'll give you live hacks, unlimited traffic, that one. And on the bottom here, we have unlimited traffic. We're going to go with the commissions. That one. Just give you an example now. They're sitting in the middle here because obviously these templates here these are the actual 468 by 60 templates, so they've just been increased in size. So as you can see, all these are 3 seconds. So if I just drag these out, this is going to make them look blurred and etc., but they're not actually, because as you can see, the size there is 468 by 60. And the reason you leave them in the middle is because to get the timing and things like that, you need it small to do on the blank canvas. But I'm just going to show you, I'll do this really quickly. I'll take a little bit more time when I'm doing them. But so instead of just using one banner, I'm using 5 banners, but I'm going to create one banner with it. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by doing it. Very, very simple to do. And so don't worry, they look like they're blurred and out of focus, but they won't be once they're finished, because the program is literally just sort of expanding them down here. So what would be looking like is something like that inside of a program. Yeah, that's the idea. So now these are inside, and they are ready to sort of all go together, because what you would then do, you can go with these photos and you can get them all to run together. It's jumping around all over the place, so I'm not going to get too much done. But I'll show you the one that I've actually done recently on very similar. So you connect these together into one banner. And the way if I show you one that I did before, I've got one very similar set up, and that's how you do it. You just bring them in, and you can create them into like a slide. So things are running really slowly here, guys, and it's sort of driving me a little bit potty at the moment because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. because the pages are running so slow. Here's one, just two of them together. If I show you what would happen, this will change the two of them. Okay, that's the two of them. So run that again. Put it running for 2 seconds. It looks blurred and out of focus, but it's not obviously when it's inside a program, because it's running kind of like that, you know, inside a program. But obviously the preview you get is high. Now obviously, so when you can do it with sort of 5, you're going to connect these 5 together, and what's basically going to happen is you're going to get 5 of them running at that pace together and connecting into one banner. You then take these and you can upload them. So I'm going to come out of it because things are running so slowly, it's almost driving me potty. Because things are just, it's normally really fast Canva when nothing else is running. But the idea was you would connect these 5 together, like I showed you in that 2.1, and then you put them inside a program. Say, you know, if you're using a traffic exchange or something like that, where you're loading banners up. So instead of people seeing one banner, what they're going to see, a 5 banner. Okay, so there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changing every sort of 2 or 3 seconds. So you're using the same banners that are inside the program, but the difference is you connected them into one, and that banner is going to stand out a lot more than one banner on its own. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. So shame I couldn't show you properly because it's just not running properly. Canva's on a bit of Canva can take quite a lot of resources anyway, but when I'm doing it with something else, it's almost impossible, should I say. No, I'm just having a look back to see if I can get one to run a little bit better, but I don't think it's going to. So not to worry, guys, but I think you get sort of getting the idea of what I was doing. I'm hoping you're sort of getting the idea of what I was doing. Let's see if I can just do a couple more. I'm back in it, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sort of go over there because it really is playing up. It's interacting with the software that I'm doing. So you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to duplicate one of the ones that I've done just to sort of give you an idea. It is running a bit slow, so I'm going to come back over to you guys. But that's the idea, and it hasn't worked as well as I'd hoped it to on the live, because I said this program is recording and it's really slowing the editing. That's the word I'm looking for. It's really slowing the editing down inside the program. But it's all about standing out. When you can do something different or make a banner yourself, it may take a little bit longer. It may take sort of things like that. But if you can do these little things, then you're going to stand out amongst other people, because so many people, they join a program, get the link or grab a banner and all the rest of it, and then you'll go into, say, like a traffic exchanger or a similar program where they're putting up ads and banners and things like that, and you're going to see the same ones everywhere because everyone's just grabbing them and posting them, and until you actually click on that person's link, you're not going to see if there's any different. That's where you see all the ones all the time. But then when you see something slightly different, especially if someone's created their own one, you know, or they've done what I did there and just combined 2 or 3 different banners together, all of a sudden it's just that bit more eye-catching. It makes you stand out against everybody else's, do something a little bit different, because, as I said earlier, because it's so competitive, you've got to do that little bit extra sometimes. It might take that little bit longer. It might take that bit more work. But it's going to enable you to stand out amongst everybody else. People are going to notice that because it's different from everybody else's, not just the same banner that everybody else is using. You know, you've got a moving one, you've got an animated one, or you could even create ones yourself, and then they're even better. If you can create one yourself that you can use, you know, it's really good. I'll see if I can bring one of them up. I'm going to bring one up that I've created already, so you can sort of see what I mean by that one, and you might be able to see it a bit better. This is just a duplicated one. So let's see if I'll show you that last of all. Let me show you the screen again. I said it would have worked. It normally works a bit better than this one. I'm sharing the screen normally, but it is really slow today. I mean, Canva's on a bit of a go slow, and the program is really slowing it down. So what I've done here, these are the ones I actually created myself. This is again the same size banner, 468 by 60. But as you can see, I've made this, and what I've done, I've put my own picture up there. I've duplicated this 3 times completely, just made the one, then just duplicated the page 3 times. But I've animated all the writing that's on here. So if I sort of click a run of it, you'll see what I mean. As you can see, it's going through the same banner 3 times, but because I've animated all the text and the writing and I've put my own image on it, doing it the same way. So I get as a run again, just what you see. Can you see how this would stand out a lot more inside of a program, whether you can host banners or a traffic exchange or whatever, than just your regular one that people have grabbed from their program or their resources or anything else? And you can customize it. You could change the wording on each 3 of them if you wanted to, and things like that. And that's what I did for my team members yesterday, and he saw the immediate difference. And these are the things that you do to stand out. It takes a little bit of work, it takes a little more time, but it makes a difference because you then are standing out from the crowd, which is what the program, which is what the title was about today. So I hope you sort of get the gist. It's just little things like that. I was hoping to show you more with the other one, but it really did start to sort of play up and slow down. But that's the general idea, and it's quite easy to do inside of Canva because you can upload, 3 or 4 or 5 of the banners that, if they've got them on show, and just link them all together just by duplicating that and get them to run. As you can see, as like a video, and you can download that, and then you get this one animated banner that you sort of put together yourself. Upload that to the site. That is going to stand out next to the ones that aren't doing it, and that little difference can just make that person catch your ad more than someone else's. And it's those little things that make the difference, but standing out from the crowd, getting noticed. So hope you get the theme of today. There's the little things that you can do. Be creative, just do that a little bit more, and get yourself seen, rather than just join a program, grab your link, grab the banner, post it, and see what happens, because that's what happens. That's what so many people do. And unfortunately, some programs actually teach like that. But if you go out of your way to spend a little more time and do things, especially if you create ones like yourself, like I just did, then it's completely unique almost. No one's got it. You're not even using, like the first example, I was linking a few together. You're actually creating your own one with your own graphics and your own wording, quite easy to do inside of Canva, and then put that up there and it stands out. So hope you find that useful, guys. Just a quick sort of tip and tutorial today about standing out, making a difference. So it's a funny weekend. We've got the bank holiday weekend over here in the UK. It's a long weekend. A lot of people are going away. A lot still on the back of a lot of holidays. So it's generally a quiet period around. But these are the times to push out some more content, try some more ideas, and so much more. So whatever you do, have a great day, have a great weekend. I'll, of course, be here tomorrow on the usual time, 2 p.m. UK time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next live. So cheers now.